Ready, start. This principle has been followed by this court in many cases, and by way of illustration, we would like to mention New India Insurance Company Limited versus Santi Mishra within bracket 1975 bracket close to SCC 840 full stop. The husband of the respondent in that case died in an accident in 1966 full stop. A period of 2 years was available to the respondent for instituting a suit for recovery of damages full stop. In March 1967, the Claims Tribunal under Section 110 of the Motor Vehicles Act, 1939 was constituted, barring the jurisdiction of the civil court and prescribed 60 days as the period of limitation. Full stop. The respondent filed the application in July 1967. Full stop. It was held that not having filed a suit before March 1967, the only remedy of the respondent was by way of an application before the tribunal. Full stop. So far the period of limitation was concerned, it was observed that a new law of limitation providing for a certain period cannot certainly extinguish a vested right of action. Full stop. In view of the change of the law, it was held that the application could be filed within a reasonable time after the constitution of the tribunal, and that the time of about 4 months taken by the respondent in approaching the tribunal after its constitution, could be held to be either reasonable time, or the delay of about 2 months could be condoned under the proviso to section 110-A within bracket 3 full stop. The reason for the said principle is not for to seek full stop. Though periods of limitation, being procedural law, are to be applied retrospectively, yet if a certain period of limitation is provided by a later amendment to a statute, such period would render the vested right of action contained in the statute nugatory, as such right of action would now become time barred under the amended provision. Full stop. Even if one were to hold that the appellant's claim is examined under the amended 6-month period, we are of the considered opinion that a mere technical delay should not, by itself, extinguish an otherwise valid claim. Full stop. The scheme of stamp duty refund provisions is designed to ensure fairness when the underlying transaction is rescinded for bona fide reasons. Full stop. The appellants were compelled to cancel the purchase due to the developer's inability to deliver timely possession, and were in no way remiss or at fault. Full stop. Denying a legitimate refund solely on technical grounds of limitation, especially when the timing of registration fell close to the legislative amendment, fails to strike the equitable balance ordinarily expected in fiscal or quasi-judicial determinations. Full stop. A measure of discretion or consideration for good faith conduct is not alien to statutory processes that safeguard citizens from unjust enrichment by the state. Full stop. It has been laid down by this court in Bano Sayyid Parvez versus Chief Controlling Revenue Authority and Inspector General of Registration and Controller of Stamps that the limitation provision in stamp law within bracket to seek refund of stamp duty bracket close should not be enforced so as to oust the remedy when the applicant is otherwise not blameworthy. Full stop.